Bell rings, get in the square circle, it's time. The Boxing Biz Podcast is live. Call in and state your mind, but get checked if you're stepping out of line. Jab right hand combination. We're interviewing fighters from every nation. The phone lines are busy. Have some patience. Your 3 minutes are up. No more conversations. The Boxing Biz, where we handle our business. Handle your business. We handle our business.
Where we handle our business. Welcome back to another episode on the Boxing Biz Podcast. Morning aftermath, recap, whatever you want to call it, bro. We had a long night of fights. I was up late, man. Shout out to everybody that tapped in with me, too. Had a fun night. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. We had some knockouts in the card. We had some good moments. So, something to talk about, man. And I think the highlight of the whole daggone card, man, was Tevin Farmer versus Floyd Schofield. And the obliteration of the man that you thought was going to put belt to ass on Floyd Schofield. That's my best impression of Nelson, laughing at y'all. Sleeping on that humble kid, bro. He went in there like the Terminator. What's his nickname? Kid Austin? Should be the Terminator. The way he went in there and took care of business, man. Freaking kid is a sharpshooter, bro. The way he tapped into that chin. Crazy. Shout out to Ryan Hong. Okay, champy. First in line, my man Ryan Hong. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Starting it off for us this morning. You already know how we get down, champ. You know what I mean? So, stop acting like Jake Paul ain't come through. Stop acting like Jake Paul ain't beat your boy. On paper, Chavez Jr. was supposed to win, but we're going to get really, really into the thick of things because a lot of people are feeling like he just did nothing in the beginning of the fight, right? You didn't really see him throwing the volume of punches that he was throwing, but is it because of the power? Is Jake really that dude? Shit, you tell me. Bro, never done before. He keeps doing it over and over and over again. Bro, y'all waiting for him to lose, man. I don't know who's next, man. You got guys like Anthony Joshua. You know, I don't know. I don't know how far Jake could take it on this one, bro. But he's fucking doing it. I mean, he's doing it. Bro, selling out right now, and I know we're going to get into the thick of things with the sellout, you know, and the record-breaking that he had on the Honda Center as far as selling tickets, right? Some news broke out that he had reduced the price of tickets and, you know, trying to hate on him again. So what if he gave out tickets for $10? Shit, I wish I would have been there. Would have jumped right in, right? $10? Shit, I would have been right in there, man. Stop hating. This guy continues to do it. And you guys continue to hate. It's okay, though, man, because I'm going to be here with y'all. You digs? I'm going to be here with y'all along this whole ride. He's got a few more fights. Canelo. I don't know, dude. Look. A lot of people are talking about contracts. And, oh, Chavez signed the contract not to knock him out. I don't know what to believe. Well, I know what I believe, but it's just so many theories that come out sometimes. I'm just like, damn, there's some good ones out there. But the fact of the matter is, Jake Paul, the boxer you like to hate, a.k.a. El Dorado, a.k.a. a.k.a. You know what I'm saying? I live in Puerto Rico, a.k.a. This guy's just doing it, bro. YouTuber turned boxer. He's a real boxer. What are you going to say now? You ain't see the skills? Bro, there was skills right there what Jake Paul was doing, man. You seen the jab to the body. You seen the feints. You know what I mean? You seen what he was doing, bro. Chavez Jr., bro. Chavez Jr. hand, if it was any higher, he would have been giving up a body shot all day. Like, he was protecting his helmet. And he really, really didn't want to get hit with that right hand. They told him about it, man. He knew that him getting knocked out would have been the worst thing. Worried more about not getting knocked out, in my opinion. And I don't know if Chavez's plan was to drag him to the later rounds and get Jake tired, but Jake showed y'all, man, he got the stamina. Even though, once you get to those last rounds, the steam is gone a little bit, but he continued to box. I can't criticize him the wrong way, man, and he got the dub. And of course, bro, the highlights of the card, man, the knockouts, Julian Rodriguez, aka Mano de Martillo, you feel me? Hammer hands. And Avius Griffin, bro, I'll be honest with you, maybe I just been under the ground somewhere in boxing, right? But I hadn't seen Avius fight, and if I did, I might have forgotten. But after last night's performance, man, I gotta say, Avius Griffin, bro, he's a problem, man. I mean, you take L's, but you take L's to good fighters, no shame. But Avius Griffin had Julian in trouble. He had him in trouble, man. Knocked him down and everything. So, Julian was, winning on the cards. But after that knockdown, I'm like, oh, Avius is ready to, go in for the kill. And he definitely was going in. He was leaning on Julian Rodriguez on the ropes. Leaning on him. Go back and see those highlights, man. He was straight leaning on him. And, he was the taller, bigger guy. So he was making him feel that. But, that's why you don't stop till the last bell, man. Julian Rodriguez kept going. And his hook was sneaky, too. I know y'all seen that hook. He was throwing it like an overhand. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can show y'all visually, but he was on some shit like this, right? Like he was reaching up, He wasn't actually looking at the target. This is when, like, you're a smaller guy, or when you're fighting and you're getting under somebody. When you got your head in the chest, right, of that other fighter, like, the head is right there. You don't even got to be looking at him to throw that over the top hook. And that's the hook that put Avius Griffin in trouble, man. He hit him with a couple of times, too, in the finish. Wasn't just one. Shout out to Clarissa, back in the building. Gee. It was not fair because they did not let Chavez do a line before. Yo, you're terrible. Clarissa Tuzio. Tevin got his eyes straight. Damn, Clarissa coming in with fire this morning. Shit, I hope you ain't bet, man. I think Clarissa put some money last night. She ain't feeling it right now. Yeah, but Tevin got hurt. Tevin got hurt. He was hurt, but I don't think Tevin's ever got hurt like that. I mean, like, damn. Shout out to the Cuzzo Abel, Aníbal Rojas Jr. De la Quinta de la Tresa de Tronta. It's like, nah. Schofield looking like the future. Hell yeah, cuz. He's definitely the future. And I've been telling y'all, man, just watch. It's just a lot of things, it's a lot of politics. It's a lot of negotiating and thinking and all that other stuff, man, when you're starting off your career. And kudos to Schofield Sr. for, being who he is, making sure that the right things are in line for his son. And, after this performance, man, they don't even got to work too hard to get, a good fight. This is a great position Schofield has put himself in, and showing everybody that he could take out a veteran in Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer's a dog, man. And you just think about what Schofield did to Tevin. And I know we're not supposed to do this, right, because styles make fights. But you saw what Tevin Farmer and William Cepeda went through. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's not what happened last night with Schofield, man. So if Schofield, we're going to see what Shakur Stevenson does, right, with William Cepeda. And then we'll see what fight we can look down the line. Whatever happened out there in Riyadh or whatever, that, Schofield got sick, and there's still a shadow blanket around that, to get a full explanation of it. But, soon it'll come into the light, as Floyd Schofield Jr. expressed at a press conference and in the face-to-face, right? If you guys caught that. And I don't know. I know in the beginning when he got sick, they were talking about, possibly being poisoned out there. But you just never know what to believe and what not to believe. But got a knockout last night. Big time. Bro, when I saw that, and the way you see, like, look, man, when you're looking at these fighters in action, if you go back and you look at the knockout and you look at how Schofield was sniping, what do I mean? I'm not just saying the word to say it. he was sniping. You see the dilated eyes and honing in on the face. And as that punch, it's like my baseball coach used to teach me, right? When you hit the ball, you're actually supposed to be actually seeing yourself hit the ball, right? Well, that's how I felt like Schofield was last night. He was aiming, and he was almost like as he was hitting him right dead in the chin, he was like staring at his chin. It was just like a predatory, like an animal, you know what I'm saying? Going in for the kill. And that's having that killer instinct, bro. You know? Having that drive, that killer drive. And no matter how humble you saw him at the press conferences, hasn't spoken much. I'm excited to see what's next for this guy. Yeah, he's gonna shake shit up. I know they were looking at that knockout like, damn, we already knew that. We sparred him. We already knew. Damn. Look at him. Now I gotta fight him. But all jokes aside, man, congratulations, right, to Schofield for a freaking hellish one, bro. I mean, he was hurt, and I'm glad that the referee, stopped it then. I thought it was over the first time. This is the first go around, but I guess you got to give him benefit of the doubt. But after the second knockdown, definitely was over. It was done.
Fatality.
Nah, man, I'm glad it wasn't.
Finish him.
Yeah, more like a finish him. Done him ugly. And Tevin was talking so much shit, bro. I don't know if he was trying to upsell the fight or he was just like, like he meant. I mean, I'm pretty sure he meant what he said, but he was just over talking. So this just made the knockout much better, much sweeter for Schofield. Keeping it on the humble. I could play back too the face to faces and shit, bro. That shit was hilarious. Tevin Farmer was talking mad shit. They had to welcome Schofield Sr. to the broadcast because Senior just kept going back and forth with Tevin Farmer, and all you see is Floyd's kind of quiet, like all right. But see, when it's like Triple G, bro. I mean, sometimes you don't gotta say much, man. Triple G was one of those guys that he'll pull over and help you change a tire. You know what I'm saying, on the highway. Super nice guy, but killer, destroying cats out there. Clarissa says, I still do not think Floyd is ready for Tank. Yeah, I don't think y'all see what's going on. Tank right now, he's got Lamont Roach problems. All right? Remember, these guys are part of the older pack. More seasoned fighters. I'm not saying that they're not more seasoned than Schofield, but you got this new wave of fighters coming through, man. The younger fighters that are starting to push forth. Abdullah Mason, How do you feel about Abdullah Mason and Tank, right? Like, start to really see. We're starting to see the new four kings that are to emerge in the next couple of years. Schofield, Abdullah. I don't know. I don't know if I could say Kermel, right? Because depending on how fast they push him, but I think he's a little younger than them. Definitely. Oh shit! My man Dio in the building. Damn.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
He said, "What's your thoughts on Tio turning down 11 milli to face Dev?" You woke up with 11 milli on your mind. That's what you woke up with. You ain't like the fights, Dio? Damn. I know you felt the way and shit about the fights, but we'll get to Tio turning down 11 milli. What the helly? Where's all the paperwork on that? There was too much arguing on that. And who knows, man? Like I said, bro, Tio does what Tio does, bro. I'm not saying that Tio's running from Dev. I don't know what's going on over there. Everybody seems to be very comfortable in turning down and not fighting and, waiting. I don't know. But definitely, I don't believe that Tio turned any money down because he was scared to face Dev. Now that he turned things down, what did the 11 milli cover? Was Was it just to fight Dev? Like, I don't know, bro. You know, people didn't get in depth with that situation either. So, you know, people were just jumped on the Brian Norman, Stormin Norman versus Dev. You know, William, you know, made a fun. Yeah, Bill Haney's a freaking genius out here, bro. Got everybody just on the edge of their seats, bro. Making y'all wait for these fights. I'm not saying wait, but you know, it's almost like you're in the kitchen and you see Mom Dukes cook up, you know, putting the spices, kitchen smelling all good, and you just don't know what's gonna happen, when you're gonna get it, and you just there waiting, salivating. Tio said he turned it down because Dev had a poor performance and he's not gonna sell out, whatever that means. Yeah, exactly, whatever that means. You know, I think Tio's just playing the chessboard, bro. Other things might have been on the board. You know, just trying to see where the pieces fall. You know, can't really tell you too much on what exactly. We gotta ask Tio more about that. But right now, what we were supposed to be getting is Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. I mean, that's what's supposed to happen, right? After all the box teas that they gave everybody, you know, that's what's supposed to be happening. So, which is a good fight. I'm not worrying about Tio fighting Dev. Dev trying to fight everybody, bro. He could fight Tio after. Let's see what happens after he fights Junior, if he gets through that storm. Champ, yo, listen, to everybody that tapped in with us last night, man. God, my back is killing me. We did a 6-hour last night. And shout out to everybody that did stick around, bro. Fights were good, though. We're going to get into some more. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in now. We got, we got viewership across all the platforms. Shout out to Facebook fams and YouTube, X, IG. Make sure you repost on IG. Tell a friend about the program. We're here every day. And, talking is boxing-ish. And every now and then we throw some MMA in there, bro. Listen, I've always been one of those, pioneering for, boxers and MMA guys to, like, piece it up. You know what I'm saying? Not sport is better than another. They're both amazing sports. And last night, Ilia Topuria, if you don't know, that's is the champion. They faced Oliveira. What did they call him? Bronx Do. I don't know where he got this name from, but Charles Oliveira, and he knocked him out, bro. This guy's a boxer, Ilia Topuria. He's a boxer, man. Boxer that he's an MMA fighter that's good at boxing. Practices boxing a lot. And, you saw it last night. It was a crazy highlight knockout. I mean, some tight shit, y'all. Ilia just came out on some tight shit. Bang, bang. I mean, I never seen Oliveira knocked out like that. It was a real bad one. It was one of those knockouts where, your man's just like looking up, eyes wide open, looking up. Yeah, man. Crazy knockouts. I know I stopped talking about Avius Griffin and Julian Rodriguez, but damn, that was a good fight, bro. Really enjoyed that one. I almost didn't catch it too, bro. Again, shout out last night for the people who stuck around. Bro, my internet got attacked, dog. I thought I was literally like being hacked and shit. The way that happened last night. And, we got through that and we continued on the program. But, yeah, I almost, I missed, I think the first 4 rounds, man, I missed of the Avius Griffin, Julian Rodriguez fight. But by the time I caught on, these guys were hot in there and they were letting loose, bro. It's a good fight. Fun fight, bro. And some of y'all were complaining a lot, too, bro, about paying up for this one. To me, honestly, wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad at all. I'd pay for another card like this. Take my dinero. It wasn't nothing crazy too. What Theo saying? Theo, where you at? Theo said he turned it down. No, that wasn't it. Topuria called out Canelo, but guarantee he don't call out T-Bud. Bro, you know what they're chasing with calling out a Canelo, bro. It's all about the payday. You know what it is? Bro, but the Terrence Crawford and Canelo last press conference, this shit just keep cooking, bro. Shit keep cooking, bro. And, yo, and Terrence keep disrespecting that. Yo, I like it, though. Terrence is getting more bravado on the mic. I'm telling you, he better be careful, though. He better be careful. You get Canelo mad, man, you know.
He got cooked.
You're going to get cooked. You're going to get cooked, all right. Canelo was already at a point he didn't even want to say nothing. He looked like a cholo with that Amiri set on. Nice little set. Freaking Amiri. Yeah, so Topuria, that's the only little side topic that I wanted to throw in there from MMA. I don't know if anything else happened, as I didn't catch anything else. So for all my MMA, boxing, and MMA guys, if there was anything else highlighted that night. But the crossover star, Holly Holm. Huh? Shout out to Holly Holm, bro. Comes back. And just looked like she was in there with she looked young. She looked young, and me knowing her and seeing her in the UFC and seeing the way she handles her stand-up, I can't tell you how many times, and I was like, oh, snap, look. She moved like this when she fought, you know, in the UFC, and when she fought so-and-so. You just go back and you'll see that, you know, she was a boxer first. Excuse me. You know, she was a boxer first, so, you know, she took her skills into MMA as a boxer, you know, learned the kicking, learned the grappling and all that. But she was always a boxer, man. And, again, transitioning back to boxing from MMA, then you have some extra tools. And what I like to always, you know, say is that one of the things that transfers over is with the grappling part when you're on the holds, right? And the ability to, like, go in and out, you know. You do that a lot more in the in MMA. So you have to cover more ground, right? And you have to worry about kicks. And, I don't know, there's just an extra level of alertness, right? That just does something to the mind and body. And when you're coming back to just boxing, you know, I don't know. It'd be a good interview to ask Holly that, you know, because I feel, because I've done both sports. I've done MMA, I've done boxing, and this is my experience with it. You know, small little things transition over between sports. Where we at here? Let's go back to the chatty patty. Do cooking it up. Says Canelo making the same mistake Spence made, questioning Bud's resume, poking the bear, shaking my head. Damn. You know, but you know who's the bear though, right? You know Canelo got the bear, champ. You know. Canelo got the bear. He's the bear. You keep poking the bear and shit. But I mean, look, bro, it's not like Canelo's not saying, it's not like Canelo's saying something out of, you know, crazy. You know, it's the names, you know what I mean? He's gonna ride Terrence. He's gonna ride Terrence on that the whole time. I'm telling you. You know, and we've all done it. Like you said, Dio, everybody's, you know, oh, you ain't fighting nobody, don't fight nobody. I doubt Canelo's that stupid. That he's gonna just think that he could just do whatever with him. It's not gonna be like that, bro. Thing is, Canelo, you know, he knows where he's been, bro. Look where he's been, man. He's fought all of the guys, big guys, small guys, too big of a guys, here, there, everywhere. You know, there's a lot of experience in there, and with that comes a lot of confidence in all the victories he's had. He's a freaking hard puncher, bro. It's gonna be 12 rounds. I'm excited. I can't wait. Because Terrence is the one, to me, that, you know, even though I'm picking Canelo, Terrence is the one, to me, that is taking the bigger risk. I think that he's going to have the higher reward. Because even if Canelo wins, it's like, oh, the big guy beat the small guy. I think that Crawford still has a ways in to stay still in the game, right? Fought a bigger guy. Oh shit! What are we getting on IG? Oh shit! Turkey a la Sheik. Maybe I didn't know, right? Because they were talking about the November date, but now I guess they're it's being X'd or tweeted, right? They heal. Yeah, man. All right, so we got Brian Norman Jr. versus will defend his welterweight title versus Devin Haney on a Riyadh season card. More exciting surprises to come. Damn, I gotta put this up for y'all. So this is solid, right? I mean, we already kind of knew, but you just never know until I don't know if everything was finalized. It's been a lot of shit going on, right? With the back and forth. A lot of people got actually frustrated with it. But if you guys can see, this is Turkey a la Sheik right now. And just posted in November in Riyadh, Brian Norman Jr. will defend his welterweight title versus Devin Haney on a Riyadh season card. More exciting surprises to come. That's the news right now, man. Shit. All right, we got it. We got the fight. Turkey says so, then we got the fight. See, Turkey always coming through, man. Turkey, big bag a la Sheik. Yeah, it's got to be real. If Turkey's saying it, it's real. Shouldn't be no reason for that, for Turkey to be posting stuff that ain't correct. Trust me, he don't like that shit. That's why he carried a big bag. Let's see. And did anyone catch the VIP section in the Honda Arena? I mean, first of all, I know you guys heard me last night, but I'll just say it again. Like the ring, right? They had a crown around the ring, right? They had a crown around the ring. And the crown was a digital crown, right? And it was pretty dope that when the fighters came through, that box, the crown around the ring. The ring is a box, so it's a digital boxed crown around it. And the way that it would change when the different names of the fighters. And then you seen the ring posts, like when you would get that air shot, and you could see the digitized posts. In the back, not in the front, obviously, because in the inside the ring, it's impossible to do that. But on the outside of it, man, it was just it was a good vibe, man. And then all of a sudden, I see these two guys with like red hats on. I don't know if they were MAGA hats or not. I don't know what they said. Make boxing great again. I don't know what they were exactly. But bro, these two dudes, man, chilling, probably friends and shit. Like, yo, bro, let's fucking just get this super duper cool ass VIP. It's $1 million too, bro. No joke, man. No joke. About $1 million for but let me see if I can actually get it for you guys, because it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I don't know who's it's a small amount of people that could probably get that, but either or, I don't know who posted too. Man, I thought I had it up. I thought I had it up. Anyway, I'll get it for you guys. Just something pretty cool to look at. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, you could just Google it too. It was pretty dope. I mean, the guys had a TV while they were watching the fight, and they had a TV. They had, drinks, food being catered to them. Like, what? Never seen no shit like that. Some VIP shit for real. Let me see if I can get... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is it right here. Definitely going to show y'all. If you guys are tuning in with me on the visuals, right, you can see it. But if you don't, I'm just going to be showing a picture of the VIP section real quick, because it's something dope to look at. Like, I know if I got a rich homie, 'Cause, I ain't paying I don't got $1 million. Not yet. But yeah, look at this, man. Take a look at this, y'all. It looks like when you go to the movie theater, right? You go to a movie theater, and matter of fact, let me try to make this a little bigger. Yeah, so you guys see this section, right? MVP, most valuable promotions. They got the food on the side, and it's like a little couch. Shit is dope, man. Wow. What else is I'm just trying to see what else. It's $1 million, right? It's $1 million. It's $1 million. Like I said, I don't know exactly who's in line to get one of these, but I'm trying to see what's on his hat. What is that on his hat? Well, it's not a MAGA hat. It's just a red hat. It says Torku. Can't get a read on it, but yeah, that's what that is. It's basically the movie theater recliner seats with a little sectioned off, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about no $1 million. That's crazy. That's for they're trying to do it for elites or something. Because, I don't know who's in that tax bracket. $1 million. I mean, but look at it, man. I mean, look how you're coming into this. Look. Owner's experience. So these guys, they have it boxed out in one of the corners. So it's like, if you got that, and I think it might have been the corner too, where I don't know if that's a neutral corner or not, but that'll be dope, bro. You sitting in the corner while, a fighter's maybe you want your favorite fighter and they got him in that corner, and then you just listen to everything they're telling the fighter, the instructions from the trainers, everything right there live. That's pretty nice. You got to justify me a little bit more with those $1 million, though. Yeah, it's $1 million, champ. What else am I getting in there? Okay, so says, look, there are still tickets available for Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but the $1 million VIP package has flown off the shelves. Damn. That's crazy. And this is the MVP's owner experience. First debuted at the record-breaking Paul versus Mike Tyson event. It will return for Paul's upcoming clash. And obviously, this is an article that happened way before the fight actually happened. But so they had already kind of done this, right? And let's see the other picture. Oh, nobody wants to see that one. Thought they had another picture maybe for you guys. Personal injury and car accident lawyer firm Torque Law has shelled out for their extravagant tickets, which boasts an exclusive experience for fans both in the lead up to and on fight night. Well, dang. Shout out to Torque Law. Torque Law saying, let me get that. I'm going to have to look them up now. Shout out to Torque Law and shit. Fucking chilling. Thought those were MAGA hats, but I guess it was Torque Law hats. I mean, red stands out. Emerald, diamond, and platinum packages, man. But see, this is what I'm saying. Like, if they sold tickets for this amount of money on the VIP package, talking about they flew off the seats. I mean, I don't know how many they sold there. I don't know how many people actually fit there. Saw two guys in that picture, but might have been from the fight from before with Katie Taylor, right? I don't know what example they were giving us, but yeah, I mean, they were talking about, Jake Paul last week cutting the ticket prices super down and going as far as low as $10. Still got to verify that, though. I don't know if it's the actual, truth confirmed, but I guess I would have to go to the ticket. Well, they probably closed out sales anyway on those tickets. Won't be any way to see them. What else we got? Clarissa Turcio says, I don't see Haney getting a decision if he does not engage enough. Clarissa Turcio, I can see Haney holding on for dear life in the first 2 rounds. Nah, man. Devin Haney now. See, look. We keep, we're giving Tev, we've given Tev a tough time, right? He lost to Ryan. He comes back to a, lackluster fight. It's like we still need more from Dev, right? Now he got a hit list, right? We thought the hit list was fake. Boom, turned out to be true. One of those guys was Brian Stormin Norman, and now he's fighting Stormin Norman. No problem. Bro, something is there. Confidence got to be there if you're signing a contract, bro. Brian's dangerous. Brian's dangerous like Schofield's dangerous. This guy's got the ability to shut your lights off one shot. And, Brian Norman and Devin Haney right now in November, that's going to be a crazy fight, man. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a fight, again, that's going to shake up. People got to start fighting each other. What does it do for Dev if he beats a Brian Norman? Shit. Puts him in that. And I mean, it depends how he beats him, too. Clarissa just said that. He's going to have to engage. And obviously, bro, this is hit and not get hit. So I'm not telling boxers to box a certain way so they could get punched in the face. I'm not doing that. Box your fight, but throw some punches. Honestly, like, Dev could have he could have engaged maybe 1 or 2 more times per round, and I would have been fine with it. Word is bone. Like, if Dev would have, engaged maybe, 1 or 2 more times throughout each round with a nice flurry, you know what I mean? Keep that crowd up. Keep those judges on the edge of their seat. I would have been fine with the way he was boxing. Not telling you to go in there and change your whole style so that you go get knocked the fuck out, man. Brian will knock you out. I'm not saying he will. He could, He could knock you out. And Clarissa, you got me picking sides already. I got to see what's going on. You know me. I got to do a little more observation, It's just been announced. Let's see how let's see how these guys start to develop into that fight. Skill for skill, though, Devin is the veteran in this, bro. I know we get all excited. I mean, I'm super excited for Floyd Schofield. I get excited, right, when I see these young fighters actually being noticed and doing big shit like they say they can. But Dev's got the experience, man. He's a mover. He can make this a very frustrating fight for Brian Norman. And what we seen of Brian Norman is that he can knock you out, right? With Jin Sasaki, we see he could weather a storm, right, when you got somebody really trying to beat on him, right? And but Dev is not that guy. Dev is going to be the elusive type, He's going to be the type that you're going to have to track down. Can you catch up? It's going to be a lot of questions, man. That Brian, Jin Sasaki, look, bro, we got excited about it. Yeah, he knocked him out, devastating fashion and all that. But come on, it's Jin Sasaki. Smaller dude. Don't get too excited just yet, bro. And I'm not trying to, diminish my man's knockout or win. I still think he's a very good fighter, But Jin Sasaki wasn't it, I'm not saying that he hasn't fought good guys. Giovanni Santillan, good competition. But he's yet to see still some of these super skilled fighters, right? Shakur, Tio, some of the more experienced guys. But he's ready, man. He's 28 fights in. I don't understand how some of these cats. I mean, Boots is a perfect example, Jerron. And they fight so many times, but nobody wants to fight them. So they're fighting in these smaller shows and smaller promotions. And by the time we see them, some of these guys got damn near 30 fights, and we haven't seen them. I mean, cruising right in. I mean, Senior obviously, also in the game. Damn, Decatur, Georgia. Yeah, I've been out there in Decatur, Georgia. Damn. Yeah, so Brian Norman and Devin Haney, November. Should be signed and sealed. Turkey always real cryptic, man. Talking about there's going to be some extra surprises or whatnot. Let's see what it's going to be. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., man. Look, so they sold. Damn. Let me actually stop sharing this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Jake Paul. So they did sell out the stadium. And I think they did that. They did the record, too. I mean, you saw Nikisa last night bragging about it. I mean, Nikisa keeps it on the humble, too. I like the way he's moving. He's not being super disrespectful or or arrogant, but just a little bit of the rub it in your chest. We got the record. So they beat, records that Canelo, sold more tickets than Canelo and a couple of other guys that have fought there before. I know Jake Paul's feeling good. I mean, listen, if you slice the prices and more people came, I mean, you still sold the tickets. So, like, really what you did is you did a favor for the boxing public. I'm not going to hate Jake Paul for that. I'm not going to root for the people saying, oh, look, the only reason he sold them is because he cut the price. Shit, I wish he would have gave them out for free. So that means that somebody really would pay money to go see him fight because they got sold out. It's not like he gave them away. But, pretty sure a lot of people that probably wouldn't have gone say, you know what, man, fuck it. I'm going to go to the fight. I'm going to have some money to buy beers. Maybe get some food because that stadium food and drink be expensive. That shit's elevated. It's like you fucking triple priced up waters and shit. Shout out to everybody tapping in too, man. We got a good crowd this morning. This is the Boxing Biz Podcast show where you can catch us every day live. And, shout us out across all platforms, social media platforms, that is. We got Facebook, YouTube, X, and IG. Hit us with a follow, repost, re-X. You know what I'm saying? Re-X, champ. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, shit. We got an OG operator just entered the building. Shout out to my man, Super Max. Cheers.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Super Max, man. I know you caught the fights last night, brother. What the hell is in that boxing brain of yours this morning, bro? Let's get this chat activated. Somebody might want to go in the booth, challenge you and shit. You know how it go down when you jump in a booth. One-on-one, champ. Listo pa los chingazos. Yeah, bro. Schofield, Tevin Farmer. Let me get your matter of fact, bro. I'm just gonna throw the invite link on the chat. Anybody want to jump on and shit? Just hit that link of it and join. See if I get some boxing bros on tonight. On this morning. Yeah, man. Dooms. Let's go, champ. Clarissa says, I can see Haney holding on for dear life in the first 2 rounds. I don't even know if it's holding on. I think my man's just going to be too slick. Look, Dev is slick. Stop acting like you haven't seen him just... Turkey Al-Sheikh, no more Tom and Jerry, right? That's what he said, Turkey Al-Sheikh. I'm pretty sure it ain't going to be Tom and Jerry, but it's going to be, again, a lot of moving, bro. Yo, I think Haney's probably the best mover right now. Who's better than him in moving? I know y'all going to say Usyk. If Lomachenko was around, y'all probably say him too. But who's moving better than Devin right now? Defensively. Tell me. Who's moving better than him defensively? I don't know, champions. Super Max on the return says, I mean, it's a solid win for Jake. To me, Junior fought like he normally does, and Jake needs to get some conditioning. Why? He looked tired of you? I mean, remember, he was chasing. I mean, Jake was busy in there. Jake threw way more punches than Chavez, bro. Chavez was so gun shy. Again, shit like that just be having everybody thinking the wrong shit. But when you really think about it, bro, it's that Jake Paul's the bigger guy, and he does have a right hand. He can knock you out. Like, the shit is real. Like, yo, this shit is real. Like, he will knock you out, bro. So, him being him being in there for all 10 rounds and, throwing as many punches as he was throwing, did all right, man. And, well, that's what I think. I think he did all right. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me just get my battery real quick. 2 segundos. Battery package. All right. Bro, where's the likes, man? Damn. Where is the love? The love. Where is the love? The love. The love. Hit the like button. Show some love. Cost you nothing. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to hear us go live every time, make sure you hit that notification bell so you get that ding. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about the card. So Zurdo Ramirez versus Yoniel Dorticus. Let's go. That was the one right there, The co-main event was pretty good. Honestly, I just got to see a little bit more of what Zurdo can do, right? He's really good, man. He lost to Bivol, bro, but, Bivol is Bivol. Zurdo Ramirez did pretty daggone good. He did he did good. Dr. KO, we all already had that, he's old, too old shit over his head, but Dorticus was bringing the pain, man. Shout out to Coach Rivera, too. We was going back and forth last night with who was winning. And steady, you just started to see Zurdo, Ramirez just come on with this, volume punching. And you could see this, the shots that he was landing, solid shots. Had my man Dr. KO's head snapping back a bunch of times. So good chin on Dr. KO. But Zurdo, finishes it, man. And honestly, I don't know who's next, right? Jake Paul, I don't think so, man. I don't know if I don't think Jake Paul. See, I don't think Jake Paul is still ready for a guy like Zurdo. That's 100%. 110%. So I don't know where Jake Paul goes with this one. So I think Zurdo is gonna have to actually be in there with some official guys. I'm saying Jake ain't official. I'm just saying he's gonna have to be in there with some official guys, bro. Gilberto's gonna have to either unify with Opetaya, which that's been talks about that. Oh snap! RP in the building. Jake did much better. He is growing, but isn't ready for a belt. Daggone right, my brother. He's not. Super Mech says he gasses late in every fight that goes the distance. That's what's allowed Junior to start getting shots off and looking better, so he's just got to work on the cardio. I don't know if he's working much, bro. After this payday, we ain't going to see Chavez Jr. We're going to see him in a fucking Corona commercial pretty soon in Mexico. We ain't seeing that man for a while, bro. He was going to take a 2-year hiatus whether he won or lost. He was out of here. Super Mech says, but also I don't believe Jake's power is as much as we thought he does. As much as we thought. He does have power, but it ain't as devastating as we once believed. The bigger guys his size are showing us that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well said. Well said. You know how it is. You saw what David Benavidez, had problems knocking out the nail, right? Vazdik moved up in weight. These guys can take those punches, can absorb them a little bit better. So definitely good for pointing that one out, Champy, because honestly, he keeps talking about AJ and, bro, don't go there, man. Not yet, Jake. I don't even know when you would be ready for something like that. And remember, Jake's doing all of this from silk sheets, y'all. He's doing all of this from silk sheets. Your mans don't need it. Your mans don't need it, bro. Your mans gets up every day during these camps. Bro's got $1 million. He got millions of dollars, beautiful home. He knows how to get that gritty mentality in there. Even if he isn't, he knows how to go there. And that's just gonna take him. It's gonna take him to places, but just don't stop by AJ's house yet. AJ is too much of a problem, bro. Too big, too lengthy. Forget about it, bro. It's over. What else did we get from our man Super? Says Jake needs that Supermax cardio. Damn. Shout out to Supermax, man. Super, you holding titles, right? You holding the chubby weight title? The heavyweight? Yeah. I have no idea, but I know you holding the title. I think I should come back, bro. I think I should come back out of retirement, jump in the ring and swing. We're ready for a Dumatron return. Cheer. You know I still got my my USA book. Matter of fact, I think I gotta get a new one. You know Doomy's in the Masters now, right? Yo, Doomy's in the Masters now. I think the Masters too, man. They got a bunch of events that happen during the year. Anybody out there wants to challenge themselves? Yeah, man. I can go to the Masters. You know, you fight by age and all that. They ain't gonna put you in there with no young whippersnapper. You know what I mean? Them young boys is just extra quick. Yeah, nah, you fight your own age groups, and I've seen some masters amateurs, right? USA Boxing Masters. Some of these guys are pretty good. So Dumatron would have to lock in pretty good. Or if not, I could do a show, you know, depending on where I want to go. I'm in the gym on Monday though, y'all. I gotta be back in there. I need boxing, bro. I need to punch a bag. I need to be on a double end. I need to be on the speed bag. I need to do my drills in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I need to do my pivots. All that shit, bro. I just missed that. Gotta go back. I'm in there. Guaranteed. Where we at? Who else did? Oh, yeah, Raul Curial stopped Victor Rodriguez. And, I mean, it's not like we were, choosing against Raul, pero, Victor Rodriguez was actually, competitive. And I actually liked some of the body work that, he was given Curial. So, fun fight while it lasted. Raul just overwhelmed him. He was too much. Way too much. And just got a text coming in right now. Sorry about that. Curiel handled business last night, bro. Big time. Curiel handled business. Holly Holm. Okay, yeah, that's right. I'm hopping around. I mean, look, Raul Curiel, we already know what we got, right? He stopped him. Right? He stopped Victor by KO. And it was so fast to happen. And within that same round, so much damage occurred. I saw a cut occur, swelling occur. Victor just it was he was absorbing punches, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. And then cut in your eye, and you're on the canvas. And, he put him away. And Yolanda Guadalupe Vega Ochoa. Damn, de la Quinta. Yeah, she, I don't know what you guys think about Yolanda, man. Women's boxing, you had Holly trying to challenge Serrano or the winner of Serrano and Katie. I don't know how much I'm gonna give Holly Holm, as far as credit for beating Yolanda. I mean, Yolanda was doing well, come forward fighter. She was staying active. She was staying in Holly Holm's face. I think that Holly Holm's veteran experience in moving just was a little too much for Yolanda, right? And this is when the experience trumps the youth. Something that you guys were expecting, right, to happen with Tevin Farmer and Schofield, And, that wasn't the case in Holly Holm and Yolanda. Obviously, Holly Holm was able to take the dub unanimously, too. And that movement created a problem for Yolanda. I think Yolanda will come back a better fighter. She's a fighter that's been built in Mexico. She's seen those type of styles. There's not too many other types of styles, if you're down there fighting, in Mexico and fighting the Mexican style, the Mexican people. That's why, you need to switch it up, travel a little bit. But, not everybody can do that. Anyway, I'm just harping on that because, just gives you a little bit of insight in what type of fighter that, she was coming in as and with the experience that she had. Not that she did super bad. I liked it. She's a come forward fighter, active, stayed busy. But just wasn't enough for the experience with Holly Holm. And Holly, man, Chan, bro. Like Holly, how much life does Holly really have? I mean, she showed us good legs last night, man. 43 years old. She showed us good legs. Holly Holmes last night was doing it. And I'm just looking at the screen. I'm getting flashbacks from the UFC, and I'm just seeing her move. You know, the way she slides in and out. Yo, her whole camp, she wasn't even training in a ring. She was training in an octagon for this fight. She was training barefooted. You know what I'm saying? Like and again, it goes with the transition of sports, right? The customs and the way you do things, right? I mean, you can fight. If you can fight in the ring, you can fight in the octagon. You can fight anywhere. I personally, right, if I'm gonna fight, you know, boxing, I want to be in the ring, right? Because that's where I'm gonna be moving. So, I mean, there you go again, right? It's experience, and it's definitely the it's definitely it's definitely the experience. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna pop up a little bit some of the highlights of the press conference last night. Yo, listen, I was up till like 3 a.m. I know it wasn't until that time, but press conference was late. I was up late, and I remember just a little bit of the parts of the presser. I know Jake Paul was talking a lot, you know. And look, I'll just put it up right here. We had a little bit of Holly Holm in here.
12 years, the most successful athlete. She's not bad looking either, you know, but 12 years without a boxing match, and what a performance, you know, shutout victory.
Wow, 12 years without a boxing match. But remember, she was active in MMA. She was active in MMA, so, you know, given that. But still, 12 years out of the ring, and you come back and you fight a young fighter, you know, undefeated in Yolanda. And to me, it's just, you know, again, it's incredible what some of these athletes can do.
Looking for a shot at another world title. She's an absolute legend. It's unreal. So let's open it up for questions.
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to play the whole thing. Damn, I thought I actually had the actual stop right there. Let's see.
First of all, congratulations on an awesome victory, for sure. I just got to ask, you know, how much did she motivate you to perform the way you did based on some of the things she said this week? She said she was going to retire you, she was going to beat you down, and you just seemed, you know...
Yeah, Yolanda was talking hella shit, too. Yeah, now I'm remembering. Yolanda was talking a lot, man. A lot. You know, same as Tevin Farmer, man, talking a lot. So in boxing, man, you gotta just shut your mouth, man. It's better not to talk too much, bro. Anything can happen in these combat sports, bro. Shout out to my man Doughboy in the building. Says, I was shocked last night. Floyd Schofield Jr. crushed that boy Tevin Farmer. TKO in the first round. Let's go Schofield Jr. Got them hands. That's what I'm talking about, champ. You already know, man. He's the one, bro. A lot of guys are gonna be seeing him.
Champ, you feel me?
A lot of guys gonna be seeing him, man. He got hands, bro. Went in there like a sniper. Matter of fact, you know what, man? Not the bypass Holly Holmes part of the presser, but you know, I think Jake Paul. We all want to see what Jake Paul said afterwards. Some of the things that they were saying, right? It was not smug. Nakisa was just pointing out some of the success that they had that night, you know, with tickets being sold and everything else. And let's see if my actual play button here. Okay. Jake Paul didn't look like he was in a fight either.
Darian and Jake Paul.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. First of all, thank you to the Honda Center for having us. Proud to say in over 60 events at this venue, we broke the record with a gate of 1.57 million with an average ticket price of $159. So in this environment, to be able to...
So he said the average ticket price, $159. All right. So how did you do that math? Or where did we get the average price of $159? I wish I would have checked out Ticketmaster, bro. I would have gotten a better idea what the actual pricing was. But an average of $159, that's not $10. So I mean, there must have been just super expensive tickets that averaged everything out. You see, he used that lingo, average, $159. Great businessman there. Instead of saying, yeah, we had some tickets that were high, and then we had a whole plethora of tickets that we sold at half or $10. No, my man comes in slick with it. It was $159 average ticket. Come on, don't give me the average ticket, champy. Because, you know, just your VIPs alone were $1 million. Like, yeah, I mean, are those included with that average? Like, what are we including with that average? Stop playing with us, champ. Let's see what else my man Nikisa said.
To achieve that for Jake Paul, once again defying the odds. Ryan Garcia headlined here, Canelo headlined here, Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal headlined here. He set the record. Also want to thank the Zone for their partnership. It's always great to work with them.
All right, so he set the record. Okay. I mean, look, whether he cut prices or not, he set the record. Don't be mad at him. I was just saying that earlier. Shit, if he cut prices, had shit for $10 out there, wow. I hope y'all went out and had a nice night. That leaves plenty of money for the snacks and the food, the drinks. $10 tickets to go check out Jake Paul. That's what's up. Shout out to Super Mex says, I mean, even if they did have tickets for 10, bro, Canelo's done that before in Texas. Yeah, but we talking about the Honda Sedan. We already know Canelo does it big in Texas. But in the Honda Center, he beat Canelo's record. Stop getting mad, Big Max. We know you representing La Bandera, champ. But Jake just, did more numbers. Just got to say, hey. Look at that. Super Max says, exactly, my son wants to go watch Jake as a parent. Yo, everybody wants to go, Chip. Could have took out the kids for $10, And going to fights is fun, man. Going to fights are fun. And look what he says about Cesar, though. Look at Jake.
Thank you. That was a very kind intro. We love you, Nikisa.
Questions, please.
What's the question?
Go ahead.
I can't even hear what the question is, right? But I know they asked the ranking question. The ranking question was pretty interesting to me.
I think the biggest issue with that fight, to be honest with you, is that Zurdo didn't show himself to be at all a promoter in this process. Right? When you look at this fight,
Shit, bro, it's kind of true. I don't think I got any shit, man. Matter of fact, not thinking about it, I don't think I saw anything with Zurdo promoting, bro. That's true. Zurdo should have been promoting, man. When you're a promoter too, man, and you're working with a fighter, you want to, your fighters are the ones who sell the fight, right? Promoter can only kind of push things here and there, make sure that the proper exposure. But at the end of the day, the fighters are gonna sell the fight, man. And I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen Zurdo as that type too, to be the one to be really out there selling the fights. But you gotta, man. You gotta sell the fight, bro. I don't know how much Dorticus did, but it's Zurdo's a champ, man. I think that's gonna be something that's probably gonna be talked about in later meetings.
that's such a golden boy multiple times. Why aren't we seeing more out of Zurdo? Why isn't he more engaged with the fans? That, to me, is a big part of making that massive championship moment for Jake. He ultimately has to make the decision, but someone like Badu Jack is also someone that we want to have a conversation with. Both of these guys, I don't think are great promoters, so we're going to make the right choice. Jake?
Yeah, we still want to get it done, though. I'm used to these guys not being good promoters, but
Wow.
at the end of the day, I'm going to fight all of these guys. I feel like tonight was just
Wait, but he just said he'd go down to Badu Jack, right? That's crazy. So Badu Jack right now, it does hold the title, and he does have some business with Mikhail Cieslak. Yo, I think he just might. Yo, Badu Jack will give Jake Paul the mittens, bro. You better be careful. Badu Jack ain't, bro. Badu Jack is dangerous. Badu Jack is a danger. I mean, all these guys. Gilberto and Badu are a dangerous fight. But damn, bro. We find out Jake is gonna go the Badu Jack route. You know, Badu is a little older. You know, Badu Jack is probably looking at Jake Paul. That is as somebody that, you know, could be in that older range, right? That older boxer champion that he could take advantage of. Badu's been in some wars too, man. Remember that cut he had? He's 41 years old. So again, an older fighter. I mean, if I'm Jake, I'm taking the Badu Jack route all day. I'm gonna stay away from Zurdo. I think that Badu Jack would be a possible. I can't even disrespect Badu though, man. Badu's a real fighter, bro. Shit, bro. If you go straight into a Badu Jack fight, I don't even know what to say to you. How do you even get by like? Because if Badu Jack handles business and he retains his WBC, right? Like, is there any mandatories that need to be pushed? You got the 1, the 2. I mean, WBC 2, man, they could make way for Jake Paul, make him skip that line. I don't know how I don't think I'm seeing Jake Paul being ranked anytime soon. He said it was based off his performance last night. And I don't know where they would rank him, you know, for the WBC. Like, if you would have knocked him out, maybe. If you would have stopped him at least in the early rounds, maybe. I don't think Jake Paul gets a ranking out of this. I'm sorry. You know, it's just that it goes back with the choice of opponents. You picked the guy that people already had lost hope in, but still his on paper has shown that he is he could be a good fighter, right? Can be a great fighter. But that stigma is there. Now Jake Paul got to go on to the next one, better opponent. He's always calling out the top guys, and you always see Jake Paul talking to these top guys, but he's still going to follow the trajectory, bro. We're not going to see him in there with none of these champs. I mean, he's calling them out, and it just is impressive, right? Because he does keep winning. And it leaves you with that sort of like illusion, the future illusion, right? You're just like, yo, he's just going to keep beating these guys. That belief's starting to increase, man. Badu Jack, though, Gilberto Ramirez, way too soon. You need more fights. You need more fights, bro. How long can Jake Paul keep doing this? Training. Fighting once, twice a year. Training. Let's see how much he got it in him, bro. From straight silk sheets. Cafecito's good this morning. Let me go back to the comments right here. We had my man Super finish off. Says, nah. I'm a Jake guy. Like, $10 is a great thing. I'm just saying it's not a criticism to me. Keeps it affordable. Tato. Clarified, Champy. Clarified. And what else? Who else on the card? Am I missing any? Yeah, listen, all the fights were dope. The knockouts were good. Avius Griffin, right? There we go. Is that it? No. Let me 2 segundos while I pull up my. What else we got? There we go. All right. Bro, my neck is killing me from yesterday, bro. Oh, jeez. Paul versus Chavez. Okay. Just trying to see some numbers. No. Victor Morales, René, Raul Curiel. Who else was on this card? I'm missing somebody. I think Dominic Hardy. Oh, yeah, Joshua Edwards, man. How could I forget? He started off the night super. Joshua Edwards KOs his opponent, right? Dominic Hardy. Shot was a solid shot, man. This kid got some good skill, man. Knows how to land power. You know what I like about guys with power, and what I like about certain guys that do have power, when they display the accuracy and the punch accuracy, right? If you got power along with punch placement, super talent, super dangerous fighter. You know, somebody that has both those things or works on them together, it's a dangerous fighter. Power and just working that hand-eye coordination, punch placement, This kid got, his alias is the Rocket, bro. He fucking launched a missile at Hardy's face. Excuse me. And he got the quick stoppage, bro. Good things to come from Joshua Edwards. And, got the promotion excited. And I don't know. I don't know how he's to me, he's one of like the smaller heavyweights. Obviously, when you got these guys like Tyson Fury, AJ Wilder, but you're starting to see Bacole's huge. But he's a smaller heavyweight, right? I just, I need to see how much he can do, how much more movement he got. Usyk's a smaller heavyweight too, so he's done all right. But you got to make up for it with a lot of movement when you get to these top guys. Can't be getting hit. Itamu Moses too, man. Card's going to be coming up soon. Another young heavyweight with serious power. You could be slightly smaller in the heavyweight division and have a lot of success. You don't really need to, always be that big and, to conquer or be able to take on heavyweights in the heavyweight division or compete in the heavyweight division and be successful. You could be one of the smaller guys. But you saw my man Jared, man. Jared's coming back fighting Jarrell Big Baby Miller. That's another barn burner. That's going to be a back and forth. But, Jared after that loss with Bacoli, man, shit does a lot to the mental, man. I hope he comes back still gritty because he's going to be in the ring with a Jarrell Miller. You know what Miller does, bro. But Miller just keeps going. You could be hitting that dude with a sink. You got to knock him out. Another one, you got to tire out and knock out. As he just keeps coming. So, Jared Anderson is going to have to really work. And hopefully, man, he comes back, he took the fight. He's taken the fight to come back with a guy like that. And, he must be confident. So I hope he's been working good. Sometimes, man, we work against our own selves sometimes. We're our own worst enemy in our minds. And, sometimes you got to overcome. As a fighter, you got to overcome mentals, overcome defeats, overcome the streets. Don't make me start rapping this morning. Yeah, so as far as the entire card at the Honda Center last night, man, I got to say, you took my money. And I'm okay with it. No problem here. Jake Paul, MVP Promotions, along with Golden Boy. Definitely had a successful night. Oscar De La Hoya was super, super happy with Schofield, And there's gonna be big things to come. Yo, gotta give it to Oscar, bro. Golden Boy, they know how to produce fighters. They know how to walk fighters along. I know there's always criticism here and there, but they've been here for a while, bro. They've been here for a while, and now they got Schofield, and now they got after this knockout, let's see who's next. I know Oscar mentioned Shakur, and I forgot who else he mentioned. We'd have to go back into the pressers and stuff to see exactly who else, but he did mention Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'd pay $60 again, dog. I'd pay $60 again. For the knockout, the Schofield Tevin Farmer fight alone already had me like, all right, I'm in there. Tevin and Schofield was already, because that's a pivotal fight that we just watched last night, bro. Like, yeah, Schofield made it look easy, but that was pivotal. For the career of Schofield and Tev. I mean, Tev got starched, man. No shade, champy. I know you wasn't expecting that. Hell no. Tev was not. The way Tev was expecting it, he did not. The way he was talking, he did not expect that.
He got cooked.
I mean, I told y'all he had the possibility.
Everybody is going to get cooked.
I told y'all. And I respect the skills. I respect it, bro, but just too young, too ferocious. Schofield, young son at home, looking at him. I'm telling you, bro, different type of motivation. Floyd the Terminator Schofield. That's his name. That's his name, bro. From now on, that's his name. That's it. The dude's the Terminator, bro. I know it's Kid Austin, but nah, bro. After you ain't just starch Tev, and you gonna stay with the kid, bro. That was straight Terminator man power you just showed, bro. He starched Tev, bro. Tev, yo, after the second knockdown, Tev was up on his feet, Bambi legged out. He hit his head on the canvas when he got knocked down. I mean, Schofield was sniping him as he was going down. You ever seen that Ip Man movie where Ip Man is just hitting a dude with massive punches like, bro? That was Schofield last night. Hit your mans with the Ip Man. Fucking yo, bro. Tev was still falling, hitting the ground, and you had my man Schofield still hitting him, bro. That was Schofield's. He was hitting Tevin with all futures hope. Schofield's like, yo, I gotta destroy this dude. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Stop playing with me. The Terminator. That's his name. Shout out to Floyd Sr. too, bro. Done a wonderful job with Junior. 13 KOs now. Look at him, y'all. First round KO for Tev, man. Damn, Tev, keep your head up, bro. You still out here fighting top guys. That's what I'm saying. That's when Tevin Farmer was on that face-to-face, man, you are not lying, bro. Tevin Farmer knows that certain fighters are built certain ways. Certain fighters' records reveal certain things to you, right? Like he was saying, a lot of knockouts is basically a fighter that's been kind of like walked through with certain opponents to be put in front of him to knock out. And I get all that, different trajectories and all that shit, right? But, Tevin Farmer, he's been in there with some of the best guys, bro. Doesn't duck. Said he was one of the most active fighter. I think it was last year or something. 5 fights in a year. So, dude, William Cepeda twice. Raymond Murataya. Bro, he's fighting the guys. Sort of almost like a gatekeeper, right? He's giving us a lot of fights, man. Shout out to Tev, bro. Keep your head up. And I don't know. I mean, you lost already 8 times. So it's like, 9 times now. Excuse me. So it's like, but I still want to see Tev fight if he wants to. Tev is good, man. Tev probably fighting just because, probably for a little extra bread or whatever. But Tev got businesses. He got real estate. Like, he's good. He just, sometimes we just love fighting. And if we feel good and we feel up to the task, and Tevin, showed it with William Cepeda, he's able to go rounds and box. But that type of power is different, bro. Schofield got some different power, bro. What we saw last night was special, man. Don't start to diminish Schofield's win, bro. Y'all gonna start talking all that basura. I see it already. Stop it, man. Make sure you give the credit, bro. He came in and he just terminated a guy who normally with school cats, who schools seasoned fighters. Makes it look good. Catching, moving, waist movement. Like, bro, Tev got caught with something else. And Schofield kept saying it. Senior kept saying it. He kept saying it, man. And damn, I know Senior right now is at home like, yeah. I already knew this, but yeah. They got that knockout on replay, bro. Let's take a look at the knockout, matter of fact. Fuck. Knockout was crazy. Let me get the full card highlights. Nobody's dumb enough to go where we're going, he says. All right. Where is it at? All right. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at some of the highlights, man. Shit, I'll watch them with y'all. Why not? Let me just make sure I got the right screen up for y'all, man. Shout out to everybody tapping in. You already know you're here on the Boxing Biz Podcast show. If you just stopped by, like what you're listening to, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, X, or Instagram. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in across all social media platforms, and thank you for supporting the show. Hit that like. It's free. Subscribe. It's free. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also free. But you help us out, and you help us out growing the community, so we can get more and more, in the eyes of the people. Trying to start off this week, man. I'll be going back to the boxing gym, so I'll be doing some vlogging, some gym, some gym footage. Maybe start with some training in the morning. Maybe some of you guys want to tap in. I'll try to multi-stream. As I'm probably not going to have all my equipment with me, but I will have probably the ability to multi-stream if I know that my techie savviness is right in my mind. What do we got here from the producer? Shout out to the producer, man. On point. Let's see. What? Okay. Breaking news. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn 2 will take place on September 20th in London. The Riyadh season card will be promoted by Salah, Matchroom, and Boxer. Wow. Bro, I could get 3 more of those fights. Damn, that's what's up, bro. We got another Conor Benn. Eubank Jr. Yeah.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Shout out. Damn, we got it, man. Then we were just about to jump on to the highlights. Now we got to jump back. Wait a minute, bro. I got to take a look at this, and I got to show it. I got to show y'all because I like to report the news and let y'all know all the breaking stuff, so y'all can go into your own little boxing circles and be like, yo, I got the knowledge. You heard it here first. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you heard it on Ring Magazine. But whatever it is, we're reporting it here too. Okay. Wow. So Jake Paul actually faced Zurdo last night? Is that what happened last night? I'm just getting a bunch of information. Shout out to the producer right now. But I just got to show this now. Now I got to show this because did I fall asleep and not see this? Like, when did this happen? Or is this old? This has got to be old, right? No, is it old? You guys let me know if it's old. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Again, shout out to everybody tapping in and chilling with us right now on the social media platforms, including YouTube. Where am I, man? Insta. There we go. Where are you? And we got it. All right, guys. I got it up here. I'm going to play the audio, too. Let's see what we got here.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's go!
Wow, that was extremely loud. I'm not going to blow you guys' ears up anymore, but I guess I'll show you. Is Jake Paul versus Zurdo really happening? Let's make it happen. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. No way, bro. Jake Paul's way smaller than Zurdo too, bro. Yo, Jake Paul looks small. Ah, man. Is this really happening? Yo, Jake is crazy. Let's make it happen. All right. Well, that was a really short clip, but I guess that's happening next for Jake Paul. Shit. He's not taking the Badu Jack route. Shit. He just keeps doing shit that we don't expect him to do, bro. This is not what I expected. I'd rather him go the Badu Jack route, man. No disrespect to Badu, but look how much bigger Zurdo is than Jake. Sheesh. Oh well, here we go. Let's see what we get out of that. That's gonna be nuts. And Super says, Doomy, could you see Jake versus Wilder? Come on, bro. Hell no. We're not seeing that, bro. Nah, we're not seeing that, brother. You know? I think that's way too much risk. Look, we saw what we saw from Jake last, was it Friday night? Excuse me, not Jake, Wilder. We saw Wilder's performance on Friday. I wasn't overly impressed. You know, good comeback fight. Still saw some old mistakes there, you know, especially when you're losing gas. You know, Wilder likes to go into his helicopter, all that bullshit. Like, you're still doing some of that shit. I don't like it. And maybe Jake Paul sees him as an easy target, but who's actually thinking that? Like, bro, if Jake Paul's looking at Wilder as an easy target just because of his performance, bro, you still could get knocked out, and Jake could get knocked out into the next realm. I don't know. And again, Jake Paul's calling out freaking Anthony Joshua. He's calling out other guys, bro. But these are the heavyweights. See, Zurdo's still cruiser within his limits. But you talking about heavyweights, bro. Fall back, small back. Super says, why not? He's willing to take on AJ. I think Jake got a much better chance versus Wilder. Damn, I didn't even see that comment. But yeah, it was just what I was saying. He probably sees Wilder as that type. He's calling out AJ. I still don't believe the heavyweight call-outs, Super. I don't know if you do. Like, you know, not everything needs to be real, right? But with Jake, I don't know, man. He said there was talks that he had sent out something to AJ, and AJ he was cool with fighting him. I don't know if you guys could pick it up on the socials, but you know, AJ's willing, and it could possibly happen. But as far as winning, though, because anything can happen with money, a lot of these guys would jump in the ring with Jake for a payday. But who's gonna which one of the heavyweights is the low hanging fruit? Is it Deontay Wilder? I don't think none of them are low hanging fruit, bro. They're both dangerous, man. Super dangerous. Now we gotta wait and see what he does with Zurdo. Fucking crazy. This guy's wild, bro. Wild, dude. So wild. I don't even know where I was going to really show y'all. My goodness. Was it IG? Yeah, it was the IG, man. Conor Ben too, bro. Fucking solid, bro. I wonder where they're gonna have that. Is it gonna be in the Wembley again? Damn. Let's see where it's gonna be, bro. It might be that. Let's see. Okay, so Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben 2, September 20th in London. So there you go for all my UK brethren. It's gonna be over there in the cobbles. I never lost a match in the cobbles. You hear me? Never lost, alright, champ? Never lost a squabble in the cobbles. You understand me?
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
All right, so Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben 2 will take place on September 20th in London. And the Riyadh season card will be promoted by Salah, Matchroom, and Boxer. That's the double X. Shout out to Boxer. They everywhere. Who's excited for this, man? Let me get a 100% emoji on the chats across Facebook, YouTube, X, and IG. Again, guys, thank you for tapping in with me on the Sunday, you know, recap, fight night recap here. Been talking about the fights on the Jake Paul card, so if you're just joining us in, you can always tap in with us on the actual comment section or the chat. Shout out to the Facebook family and IG again. I got to start being able to actually tap in with y'all. Oh, there goes my dog. There he goes. All right. I wonder what my video is doing on the live. Okay, sorry guys, I was just doing some producer shit. Let's go back to the actual IG. So yeah, man, excited about the rematch. You know, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben 2 was one was a straight up. I mean, it's probably the best fight I've watched still. Hey dog, can you please stop? Hey guy, can you please come over here? Come here, little guy. Come on. All right, guys, sorry about that. Come here. This is the giant Rottweiler that I have that keeps barking. Listen, I'm doing the show right now, all right? Be a good boy. All right? Don't go barking over there. All right? Yeah. You know, that's my little champy. So, yeah, the Conor Ben versus Eubank Jr. 1 was incredible, bro. Best fight I've seen this year. Who wins this second time around? Conor Ben, again, man, he was a fighting force to the very end of that fight. Both were. They left it all in the building. But I'd like to know what the new stipulations are going to be, right? Is it going to be the same thing across the board? Is he going to have no rehydration clause? If they take the rehydration clause out of this Chris Eubank Jr. fight, then my man Conor Ben's going to be in some big trouble. Get it? Big trouble. Because Chris Eubank definitely is going to hydrate to something bigger than what he did in the fight. You know, remember, we had a stressed-out Eubank Jr. You know, we didn't have 100% Eubank Jr. You know, we still got it done, but under duress. That cutting weight shit and then not being able to, I swear to beans, bro. Wish they would take that out. That shouldn't even be legal in contracts, bro. Like when you're doing something physically to a fighter to impede him to perform at his highest, best self, it's cheating. Fuck, you guys got that in the contract still. Swear to beans. Hey, Turk, shout out to Turkey Big Bag Al Sheik, bro. Bring out the big bag and shut it down, bro. These commissions got to do better than that shit, bro. You gotta come out here and save these fighters, man. Bro, we need somebody to come save these fighters from these rehydration clause stipulations, these fucking stupid games, bro. Got fighters that die in the ring and they want to do that. I hope no rehydration clause in this fight. You know what I mean? Junior, Ben 2. The juniors go at it again. Fathers should do an exhibition fight. It's like, nah. Just kidding. Yeah, so Conor Ben. Hey, little guy, relax, okay? Don't start. Oh, my God. Once he started, he can't stop. What do we got going on? All right. I know there was something else. So much is coming in at the same time. I didn't even know what I was doing right now. Producer. Yeah, we were going to watch the highlights. All right, guys, listen. That's what we got as breaking news, right? The rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Ben 2, taking place September 20th in London. And, of course, now we're going to get more information as the lead up to the fight. That's 7 days after the Canelo fight, too, man. So it's going to be back-to-back weeks of great boxing for us. Give me my boxing fix. I need it. All right. Let me put up the highlights. I do want to see some of these highlights yesterday. I can't get enough of that knockout, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Floyd Schofield killing them out here. Chill. All right, there we go.
Got to each other a good, strong, clean fight. Belt line's good here. Belt line's good here. Let's go to work.
Let's go to work.
Schofield in the white gloves. Tevin Farmer.
Look at that. Look at this highlight, bro. Whoa. And I don't know if they're gonna show the I don't know if they're gonna show it right back to back right now. So please just bear with me, right? Did you see how Schofield stepped into that punch, bro? Damn, so you gotta love the sweet science to understand this, bro. Listen, the amount of ground that Schofield covered in order to get to Tevin's chin. It wasn't just only the swinging of the arm, guys. Look at his step forward attack. Ultimate confidence. When you step into the ring, right, and you step in with your punches that way, you're going to land. I saw this with Brian Norman Jr. in his last fight with Jin Sasaki. That's how he got him with that left hook. It's not just the arms. It's the step in, that distance covering that allows you to be in range in fractions of seconds as your opponent is trying to move back, bro. It's incredible shit to see, bro. It's almost like when you watch shit on Nat Geo. You got the lion hunting the gazelle and shit, right? And you're impressed about the fucking, the way the attack of the lion is. You know what I'm saying? It's that ferociousness, bro. Bro, definitely got a fan in me now, man. Schofield is fucking Terminator, bro. I know you Kid Austin out there, Floyd, but I'm going to call you Floyd the Terminator. Look at this. Look at the step-in. Look at the step-in. What? You saw that back foot? You saw the way he stepped on the cigarette with the back foot? He hit him with a back hook, bro. You know how hard it is to hit somebody with a right back hook? If you're orthodox, you know how hard it is to hit somebody with a right hook? Remember, it's coming from the back. A lot more distance to cover. And how did he do that? Look at the way he stepped on the cigarette too. Because when he hooked, matter of fact, let me get on cam, bro. I'm about to get on my boxing coach shit right now. Hold on, bro. Hold on. And I'm gonna elevate the mic real quick so y'all can listen to me. So it's gonna get a little loud. Boom, right here, bro. My boy came in, bro, with the back hook, jab fully extended. Came in with the back hook, all right. Stepped on the cigarette, bro. Had to give you the visual, right? Gave him the right hook. So in order to hit somebody with a right hook, you gotta be in range, and not only just be in range, but you gotta be ready to step even forward, even more. That back foot is dragging to cover that distance, but just hell of an athlete, bro. Gotta be a hell of an athlete to cover ground like that. Let me just show you again, bro. Y'all are playing. Y'all not seeing how good this kid is, bro. Y'all not seeing what I'm seeing, bro. Look at him, y'all. Watch this. Look. Look. Look at that. Bro, it was lights out. Look. Look. I'm straight in the chin, bro. My man Tev ate that, though. Even though he got knocked down. I think that Tev got up too quick, y'all. He did, right? He did get up too quick, man. I don't know if that was just out of, the stress. This is why, man, psychologically, bro, when you're talking a lot of shit, before a fight happens, I think that shit affects your decisions, too, while the fight's going on, man. Because now you got to live up to all this shit that you've been saying. You got to live up to all the shit talking. And now you get knocked down, and then you're trying to pop back up so fast because you was talking hella shit. And it's like, fuck. I think if he would have just kind of dusted off a little bit more and just kind of took his time, took a breather, he would have had a little bit a better chance of recovering because, Tev don't just get knocked out.
Just like that.
Look at that.
It's Floyd Schofield.
And then what happened? What did we see afterwards? Schofield's a killer. He's got the killer instinct. This wasn't a lucky punch and that's it. How many guys hurt good fighters and can't finish them? How many fighters do that, bro? It was an animal straight instinct, bro. Yo, look at his face, bro. My man Schofield he was not letting Tevin off the hook. Look at that. Shut his lights straight off. Look, boom, boom. Another one, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, hit him. He hit him with the Ip Man. He kept hitting him as he was falling, bro. Tev hit the ground, bro. Head looked like it bounced off the canvas. Y'all saw me last night. I was like, what the hell am I watching? I didn't expect it to go down like this, bro. I had Schofield, but I expected maybe a knockdown here and there. But I didn't expect this.
Tevin Farmer is nodding his head saying, I'm all right. He is not all right.
He's definitely not all right, bro. My man, watch this. Watch this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, bro. He's definitely not a kid, bro. Yo, referee saved my man right now, bro. Referee saved him. That was it right there, bro. If Schofield would have hit him one more time, bro, it would have been Cortinas, my brother. It would have been Cortinas and an emotional Floyd Schofield. A lot of things that he been waiting on and things happening. And, he showed mad love to Tev, too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tev. Sorry it had to be you. It's crazy, too, man, because he said he's cool with the fam and all that. Pretty sure he is, but, sometimes you just got to fight guys. These guys know each other all from youth, too, man. Especially the ones going through the amateur ranks. And, Julian Rodriguez, right? That was the next highlight. Pretty good highlight, too, man. This was a knockout fight. Julio Rodriguez, man. Hammerhands is back. I don't know if he's fighting Gervonta Davis, right? Because that's all we're getting from him as of late on the social medias. You know, the clip with him saying that he had fought Gervonta plenty of times, kicked his ass and all that. Julian's really getting real, you know, he doesn't hold back in talking shit. I mean, that's what he showed in the presser with Avius Griffin. That's why in my mind I'm like, man, Avius Griffin is probably like 100% gonna hit this guy with the sink. Damn. Got the producer coming in heavy now. Let me see if I can dissect this text. All right. I got the order in there. All right. Shout out to the producer, man. Doing a hell of a job.
It's going to go right here. Touch gloves. God bless you both.
Oh, another thing I didn't know. Bomac is, you know, training Avius Griffin, you know. Man, you guys probably knew that, and I didn't. But, yeah, Bomac, when I saw Bomac, and I was like, oh, shit. All right, Avius.
Better stuff. Great for Rodriguez.
Good attacks. Oh.
Right hand from Griffin to buckle the legs of Rodriguez, who's trying to hold on.
Good shot. Ain't gonna lie, bro. When Avius landed that shot, I was like, oh, man. Because, you know, I had Julian, you know, Bergen County stand up and all that. But I had Julian winning just because I know so much more about Julian, too. You know, I know a bit about his story. But when Avius caught him with that shot, I was like, oh, shit. Like, Avius is the real deal. He's knocking guys out, which, of course, his record says it. But being as though, and I don't know how many of you guys hadn't seen Avius Griffin in the ring and perform like this, but he caught Julian with some good shots, man. Just that, I don't know. I think Julian Rodriguez had it in his mind that he wasn't losing that night. There was nothing that Avius Griffin could have thrown at him that he was going to give into. And both guys caught each other throughout the fight with some good shots. Fun fight. Presser was dope. Talking hella shit. He told my man Avius Griffin, yo, he said the Met Gala's that way, champ. Man, Avius was dripped up though. Can't be hating on him. Cheer. Oh my God! Another shot.
Good left hooks for Julian Rodriguez.
Rodriguez seemed to be doing every time.
Fuck.
Start something, he finish it.
Yo, look how much bigger Griffin looked too throughout the fight. Griffin looked way bigger, bro. Yeah, looked like the producer came back at me. What's going on? It's about parking crazy stuff the owner did. All right. Yeah, so much bigger Avius Griffin, man. And Mannix had Rodriguez winning right from the beginning. Griffin had the urgency to knock this guy out, right? And Rodriguez wasn't going out, but when he put him down, I was like, oh, shit, 10-8 round. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I didn't like that shit. You know, a lot of the times fighters, you know, and you see plenty of fighters doing this bullshit, man. Yo, referees got to be catching shit fast. You know, when they hold your back of your head and then they start uppercutting you and shit. Like, I've seen that happen with a couple of fights, including in the Deontay Wilder fight also. You know, they just kind of lean on the back of your neck and start uppercutting you, all shit you're not supposed to do. And you saw Avius get away with like 5 uppercuts. And Rodriguez let some shit loose, but still. Illegal shit. Look at this. Bang. Knocked him down. Yo, and that shot landed right by the ear and the temple. Great shot. Great shot by Avius Griffin. Look at the look on his face, bro. Look at your man, Julian. You guys sometimes see shit happen, but you ain't seen, bro. Look at the face. You know what's going through that man's mind right now? Holy shit. I just got hit. I'm on one knee. Family watching me. Everybody depending on me. I need this. Bro, so much shit going through your mind, bro. What's your motivation? You feel me? Maybe an issue on Facebook's end. It's possible the stream was ended or deleted on Facebook. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Wow. All right. Looks like the Matrix gods are still getting at me. Shout out to the Facebook family, man. Listen, if you're still with us, I guess Facebook might have had a little problem here on the actual stream. So if you guys are still checking in on or tapping in with us on Facebook, cool. If not, apologies if there's any bull crap happening right now with the stream on Facebook. You know, when you're multi-streaming, this shit gets a little wild sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we got going on. Is it? Yeah, it looks like your video is blocked and can't be viewed by others. Why? Why are you blocking me? This is crazy, bro. I wonder why they blocked me this time. What did I do? Last night was pure fireworks on this episode about one or more actions. So what is this? See, bro? They haters. Why they be hating on me, bro? There are changes to our video because of a copyright the following. Or part to the zone because it contains footage of content they own. What? Video was made unavailable by the zone. Copyright content found in your video. You know I'm gonna battle this, right? Can you believe they just shadow banned the video on Facebook because I showed the presser a little bit? You guys are ridiculous, man. How is the boxing media supposed to promote, report on your events if you got platforms that are just gnawing you at the fucking ankles whenever you're trying to just post to show actual news? Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna. Well, I can't do it now, but I'm definitely gonna fight that because that's very unfair. So, apologies to my Facebook viewers and listeners if the stream was cut out. Hopefully, you came to visit us here on YouTube because YouTube is still doing a thing. Wait a minute, now I got IG. Instagram has disconnected the stream. Well, IG has a limited 1 hour, so okay. So right now we should be live on YouTube and X. So again, shout out to the X family. If you guys are on there, hit a repost, a retweet or a re-X. You know what I'm saying? And tell a friend about the program, man. We're here every day. I'm here every day. All right? Boxing is moving and grooving. So I'm going to start doing this vloggy Monday, see if I get the gym. Shout out to my man, Rajan Chance. I got to hit my brother up. I need to get in there. Maybe spar with some of these young lions, man. Keep me on my toes. Been a while. But yeah, Julian Rodriguez right now, bro, on knees. But let me see if I can get it back, actually. There we go. Shit, I'm even afraid to even play anything else, bro. Probably shadow ban me for that. I'm not even going to play the highlights no more, bro. Guys are killing me, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop that shit. I can't be letting them mess me up, guys, you know? And honestly speaking, like, you know, I always, when there is, you know, discrepancies on copyright and all that stuff, I usually almost always win when I go back and, you know, actually, you know, petition with YouTube. It's just it's the way they got their system set up, you know. It kind of works like an algorithm sort of thing, and some platforms are a little bit more of stickler than others. And but the Zone and all the other platforms that, and this is not the first time, they've been pretty cool with you know, letting my videos fly afterwards, after the petition, right, that I put in, because I'm doing the right thing. It's just sometimes you get picked off and it just sucks. Because you know you didn't do anything wrong, but they impact your stream. Like, you drop out of 2 platforms, all of a sudden half your audience leaves. It sucks. You know what I mean? That's why I need you to hit that like button, subscribe, man, hit that notification bell, stay on us on YouTube, you know, Facebook, all the platforms that we have. But yeah, man, always link into the Facebook, into the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there and keep us growing. What else did we have last night besides the presser? I mean, the surprise I caught right now was Zurdo, obviously. My man Zurdo, shit. Fuck, cannot believe that. He's going to fight Jake Paul next. I still don't get it. What do we got going on here? All right. Looks like we went through the entire card. Would have been nice to go through some more highlights, but not doing that. Killing me, Smalls. What else we got? Oh, yeah, we had the confirmation for Brian Norman Jr., Devin Haney. Pretty sure we can go ahead and catch up later on this evening also, since I will be back this evening and we can get it in with some more boxing talk. I know that a lot of things are going to develop, right? Last night's fights and press conferences happened. I mean, again, the Zurdo face-off with Jake, surprise. I don't know if I fell asleep by that point, but very interesting. Brian Norman, Devin. I got to look. We're looking at a tail end of fights, September, November. I wonder how October's looking, to be honest with you. Gilberto, Holly Holm, Floyd. Oh, yeah, you know what? I didn't catch the Jean Pascal fight last night. The Jean Pascal falls in hometown, let down against. Oh, so Jean, damn. My man Jean Pascal lost last night. Wonder what happens with that now. Oh, shit. I forgot. I get slipped up. Yeah, I didn't catch last night. It was on Triller. Didn't catch the Triller fight. Anybody catch the Triller fight last night? Let me know. If it was an action-packed fight, I'm going to have to come back and look at it. I was not watching the Jean Pascal fight, man. Pretty sure it must have been a letdown, man. You're in hometown, too. Eesh. It's got to hurt. It's got to hurt a little bit. Let's see what happened, though. How? Yeah, Jean Pascal. So Badu Jack and Michael Silasky now. So Jean Pascal was fighting. Oh, okay. So they were fighting for a vacant, or not a vacant, for an eliminator, right? It's a title eliminator. Did he get knocked out? Wonder what happened. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Cruiserweight Michael Silasky stopped former title holder Jean Pascal, picking up a fourth-round technical knockout over the hometown hero at the Place Bell in Laval, Quebec, Canada. So fourth-round stoppage. All right, so and bro, and I'm sorry, I don't think I recognize Silesiak. I don't recognize Silesiak, champ. Sorry, don't know who it is. I just don't. I don't know who he is. I mean, I just saw him too. Because now Badu Jack's fighting him, right? Yeah, he is. Okay. I'm all over the place. All right, so that fight still hasn't been scheduled. All right, so that fight still hasn't been scheduled. All right, so that's I guess that's for the WBC title. I guess Badu Jack got to see Michael Siliaskas or whatever. Yeah. And Badu Jack, he's got nobody. I mean, he fought Norair in May, so man, I don't know who this guy is. Michael Siliask. Shout out to everybody tapping in, man. Again, guys, I'm going to come back with another show later in the evening. Get some things together, eat some food, right? Hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday also. Make sure that spend some time with the fam, loved ones, whatever it is. We love boxing. We love life. And we'll continue on during the week. I plan on coming back later on this evening, right? Yeah, I'm looking at Michael Siliasky, and I have no idea who he is. He lost to Lawrence Okoli, so how good are you? I have no clue. Call him from Poland. Now I'm interested. I'm going to have to watch this guy fight, see how he finished, my man, Jean Pascal. Go back to the comment sections. I don't think I left anybody behind, man. Let me see, Wilder. All right. Everybody, man, thank you for tapping in again with us here on the Boxing Biz Podcast show. This morning, fight night recap. And we had a good night of fights. Give credit what credit is due. I know we're going to have more to talk about later on in the evening show. So get your boxing knowledge ready. and get ready to battle it out. If it's not with me, you battling it out with another one, right? Because we all in here boxing brains. Don't make me put you in the booth. You better be listo para los chingazos. Let's see if we got anything else left over, guys. All right. Looking forward to seeing everybody later on in the evening. Hit that subscribe, like button, notification bell before you leave. Stop playing. I'm going to hit you with the... I'm going to hit you with the Ryan Garcia. And then Ryan Garcia, I mean, look, man. Ryan Garcia got a crazy tweet. Look, before I go, I'll just show you. Just so you guys can see that there's a lot more to talk about, right? But I guess Ryan Garcia sent, Oscar De La Hoya a message last night or something. And I don't know. I think Ryan Garcia still may be going through some things, right? And let me just put it up before I go, guys. So if you're looking at us visually, I'll leave you with this. There's just so much shit that goes on in boxing, man. I just don't know where to start sometimes. But we'll have plenty to talk about. So this is a X, right? For a tweet, if you want to call it, from Oscar De La Hoya. And we'll read it. It says, unfortunately, Ryan Garcia is having another episode. 10 days ago, he's talking about God and finding his path. Then tonight, he sends me this rant while watching his fellow Golden Boy fighters win. Bipolar disorder is very serious, and I hope he gets the help he needs. That was Oscar De La Hoya. And I don't know what time that was, but this is the message from King Rai. And it says, first of all, F you. Especially you for one disrespectful me with that shitty contract because I lost. But I'm your actual only current star fighter. You can suck a D-I-C-K, and I know you already do. So F you. You can kiss my cheeks or ass. I'll beat Rolly's ass and whoever. I can't wait till I go against you again like I did with Duarte and Duno to see your stupid ass face again looking stupid. F you and that stupid offer. Bitch, I'll slap an F out of you. I think he must have been in a crazy place right now, this tweet. I think he might have been like a little drunk maybe. This looks like a little bit of drunk texting too, man. I wonder if he was all right, bro. And that stupid offer, I'll slap the fuck out of you just like Canelo and Berlanga. And that was it right there. So this is the tweet, or this is the message that Oscar De La Hoya got last night, man. I hope Ryan's doing okay. Again, man, too much, too fast. Story is old as time, right? And hopefully he doesn't go down a spiral again. I really want to see him in action. I really want to see you back. Ryan Garcia, come on, champ. Do not lose it, champ. Get back to it. Stay in prayer. Stop playing. Use the weapons that you've been given, because this shit looks like it's an attack way outside the ring. You know what I mean? You got to fight those demons, champ, and do the right thing. Let's go, champ. Shout out to the Garcia family. Hold it down. Your mans just need good people around him. Got to watch your company, man. Got to watch who's around you. It matters a lot. And, of course, you got to have accountability, man. As a young man, older, young, accountability, you got to have it. All right, so I left you guys with that right there. Again, make sure to subscribe and check us out on IG, TikTok, Instagram, IG, TikTok, X, YouTube, and Facebook. We'll be on there streaming, and of course, we'll be taking a look at all the comments and everything left behind. We do pay attention to our community, so stop playing and support the show. Dumatron's been deactivated. I'm mad here.